What's up, YouTube? It's July 20th, 2026, and this is a trade recap on how I made. Let's get into it. $474 day trading NQ today. So let's get into it. But first off, I'll peep the new microphone. Shit's fire. So hopefully the sound quality on these videos is a lot better than my webcam mic, because that shit was really ass. But let's get into the trade recap now. So coming into the higher time frame, we had a clear market maker sell model, right? We're just making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then this is kind of like a bit of a retracement before we had lower. So right off of the bat, you can see high time frame, we're in a downtrend on the 4 hour at least. 1 hour, it's a little bit different. We still have this big move, but we're starting this market maker buy model where we're kind of heading higher and we're generating higher high, higher low, higher high, all this, right? We're in an uptrend. But on the 1 hour time frame even, I don't really care about that, because on the 4 hour and the hourly, 4 hour, we're inside of this 4 hour gap. And on the 1 hour, we're inside of this 1 hour bearish gap, right? So even though the 1 hour is going higher, if we're reacting and respecting bearish high time frame PD rays, then we're going to head lower, right? And that's what I saw coming into market open. Let me go. Market open right over here. So market open on the 4 hour, if it's gonna load. Damn. All right. 4 hour, we're inside of this 4 hour gap. 1 hour, we created this 1 hour fair value gap down here, which is pretty simple draw, because if we're gonna head higher, we should hit this 1 hour before going up, and if we're gonna be bearish, we should hit this hourly anyways, right? So it's kind of the high time frame agreed upon DOL. Then 30 minute, we can see we're respecting this, but this low is the hourly gap over here. So I don't really care. Then here, I'll switch off bar replay. Then started 9:30 opened. We came higher after this generated liquidity. We came higher. Then we created this 5 minute fair value gap right over here. And then after that, we created a new high over here. Oops. Created this new high and got this 2 minute fair value gap right here, which we ended up inversing. And simple, just took the short to the 5 minute fair value gap as my break even, and just TP'd at a 1-to-1. But in hindsight, I realistically shouldn't have done this, and I should have maybe taken partials over here at this 1-to-1, but I should have TP'd either at the 930 wick, where is it? 930 wick right here, or the 1 hour fair value gap, because there's some crazy draws on liquidity over here. We have 930 wick, then a bunch of generated LR, and this hourly gap. So if we're gonna hit this 5 minute, an unsponsored 5 minute against 930 wick, a bunch of LR, and a 1 hour fair value gap, like, what's more likely to displace us, right? Obviously, these draws are gonna pull us, and it's gonna have more significance than a 5 minute unsponsored fair value gap. So in hindsight, should have TP'd maybe at 930 wick or all the way down here instead of just TPing at a 1-to-1. But I'm fine. I think it's probably just fear, because on this account, I've been only in drawdown. Shit, talking about some Trump. but I've only been in drawdown on this account, and finally we're out of drawdown. $33 is better than nothing, right? Since I started on this account, I've only like been in drawdown. I took 2 losses, then I took a win. Then, you know what, let's go into the orders account summary. Alright, this doesn't even show all of them. But it was just losses after losses. Then I take a win or two, then go back down. At one point, I was like probably like close to $500 away from blowing the account, like 1 or 2 trades away. But thankfully, after that, I got like 2 winning trades, then a loss, then a win bigger than that, and then this trade. So now we're finally out of drawdown, and just did that taking simple trades. Like this trade, it was literally just so obvious, right? We have the 4 hour for value gap, the 1 hour for value gap, high time frame, bearish trend, like the most obvious draws in liquidity to the downside. Hourly gap over there. Let me open this. Hourly gap over there, like I was saying, 930 wick, all of that low resistance liquidity. It just doesn't make sense for us to displace higher, right? It just doesn't. So it was pretty simple, and the 5-minute for value gap was the agreed upon DOL. So pretty much in my mind, it's just like a risk-free trade. I literally knew it was going to hit. There was no way that the 5-minute gap was going to just get left there, right? So pretty simple, easy day. And yeah, if you like this type of content and you want to see more, then sub to the YouTube and watch my other trade recaps. I have like 1 or 2 psych videos and a bunch of trade recaps, so you can look over those, maybe learn a thing or two from them, and just improve your trading overall. And let me know in the comments if you guys like the sound quality of this mic more than the webcam mic, because this shit hopefully was a good investment, and it'll make me get more followers on YouTube, because I got like less than 10 right now, so it's not looking so good. But yeah, that's the end of the trade recap, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.